That's a question last. Fasting. Does water fasting eliminate mucus waste faster than fruits? Well, every time I've water fasted, I felt it more powerful than juice fasting, to be honest with you. However, I do, when it comes to the lemon juice fast, that's up there. That's up there because you've got a lot of astringents there, you've got a lot of energy there. I think in a clinical setting, difficult to get your clients to do water fasting. Easier to get them to do just grapes or grape juice, much easier. So I think in that sort of way, but certainly get out there and try it on yourself. Do a 10-day water fast, and then do a 10-day lemon juice fast, and then do a 10-day grape fast, and see which one you like and let me know. I just recently accomplished a 6-day fruit juice fast, which I don't have any healing crisis, just super low energy, always wanting to nap while I know this is my chronic adrenals. Honey, you get this like nobody's business. You're exactly right. It's exactly what it is. You know, there's people that fast like this that don't get that because they don't have the adrenal weakness. They get more energy, you notice? But there are those that get less. And it's not about the diet. You're eating the most energetic, magnetically alive food on the planet. It's not about that. It's just what you said. You got it right on the button. Oh, I love you guys. This is just it. Your adrenals, you got to work on them. But then that's how you got the chronic bowels. You know, when you go back and you look at the kidney and adrenals control the sewer system, and even though the colon is another route for digestive food as opposed to cellular food or waste, still, you got that sewer system everywhere. Is it all right to water fast with weakened adrenals? This is part of the problem, is with the weak adrenals on a fast, you could actually, people start fainting and passing out and everything else. And this isn't what this is about. This is about regaining the health and vitality of the body. But look at where we've come in our genetic weaknesses. We can't do what we used to. It's nothing just to take off on a water fast. Now people with weak adrenals fast, they start getting really lightheaded and low blood sugars, low blood pressures. I really think seriously that one needs to spend a month or two at getting their adrenals up, their lymph clean. I'd say 2 or 3 months maybe, and then do some serious water fasting. You're going to have more fun doing it. You're going to feel better doing it, and you're going to have helped your body get up to where it can handle a little bit. And if you look at detoxifying, the longer you can run, because look at the difference between fruit detoxification, water detoxification, and then dry fasting. I mean, each one is a deeper level into the world of detoxification. I recommend you have some degree of health before you dry fast. But certainly water fasting is universal. Matter of fact, you notice how a lot of people lose their appetite, especially when they're sick. They don't even want to eat anything. Some of our clients, we have a hard time getting the fruits down them because they just don't want to eat. So I'm definitely for fasting. But I'm also been real cautious, maybe overcautious through the years with water fasting. Luke, let's see, what did you think would be okay if water fast, take your herbs at the same time? I think I addressed that yesterday about water fasting and taking the herbs. Someone did. You can. I suppose it'll kick your butt a little bit, but you can, or just water fast. Try both and see how you like each one of them. This is about wearing the robe. This is about going out and trying it and see how you like it. See how you do on a water fast. Someone was telling about they fasted and they would never fast, but they fasted and it wasn't so bad. It was pretty good. Things sound worse than they are sometimes. When you jump in the water, it's just pretty good, you know. And so, not so bad. You guys are doing really well here. Yeah, I mean, water fasting to me is probably the strongest. I know when I water fast, I feel my mucosa just wanting to expel. Even though there's no astringents there, I mean, it's just a really powerful thing, and I think you have to trust in the consciousness of the human body. I think the value of water fasting is when you're digging as deep as you can with the herbs and the fruit, and that isn't getting it, then I think water fasting is the last option that you have. Dr. Morse, I hope all is well. I have a few questions regarding fruit fasting in kids. Is it okay to put a child on a fruit fast? Absolutely. Absolutely. Really, when you think about it, we call that a fast. But in actuality, it's simply eating frugivoriously. actually. So really, you're not starving anybody. All the fruit and the berries are where all the nutrition is, really, in my opinion. All the high flavonoids, everybody seeks the vitamin C complexes and the like. Well, just eat your fruits and your berries, you know. Dr. Morse, what do you think of dry fasting? Well, you know what? Some people have said that they've seen their kidneys start filtering during dry fasting. I find it quite interesting. I've done very little dry fasting in my life, to be honest with you. I'm always into some type of fruit juice or lemon fast. I did 27 days once on the Stanley Burroughs. I did without the maple syrup. Dry fasting, excuse me, I probably only have done 3 days at the most. So I don't know what to say. I'll say this about it. It would be my wish that you would take some time to get your kidneys filtering, get your bowels cleaned up, get your adrenals turned on. You know, get your body a little down the road before you do that. Dry fasting right off is not smart. You know, when you're all plaqued up, impacted in the bowels, you have the kidneys not filtering, and you're dry fasting, no, you really want to get hydration going a little bit first. You know, that's important to me is hydration. When you see someone that's already systemically locked, you know, where the kidneys are not filtering, this is breeding, of course, extreme acidosis. You just don't want to take off dry fasting. You want to bring hydration into the body first. You want to loosen things up first. Then your dry fast is so much more beneficial. That would be my high recommendation for that one, for sure. It seems very harsh to me, it does. And I don't think one has to do it, to be honest with you. I mean, there are some of the guys out there doing that, of course. And, you know, they'll make good healers down the road because they'll be very knowledgeable. You know, I've done almost everything but that sort of thing, extended periods of time. I just think that you need some hydration for a while until you get everything hydrated and good. And then you could dry fast with probably a week or less with no problems whatsoever. But I wouldn't recommend too much of it until you do get yourself moving and filtering and things like that. If you know how it works, what it does to the body, please explain. Well, when you are dry fasting, and it's almost the same as water fasting, when you're not taking in chemistry that has to be metabolized or acted upon, then all that energy that was involved in digestion, there's quite a bit of energy, systemic energy involved in the digestive process. By the time you consume, break down, absorb, utilize, and eliminate, you've got a lot of processes going on there. When you restrict yourself from that, the systemic energy goes way up. And the body then removes its focus from, let's say, survival and the current dietary habits of people into cleaning and healing itself. Your body is a natural desire, a natural consciousness to do that. It's bred in the consciousness of the human body. And matter of fact, in all the vertebrates. Matter of fact, even plants detoxify, guys. Everything detoxifies at different time periods. I do not, but the same thing with water fasting. That gives that body the energy, and the focus then is to clean. So you get more aggressive cleaning when you don't have energy being used for digestion, and that's another reason why fruits over vegetables. And it's also another reason in neurological weaknesses when the energy is a key factor in regeneration, myelin sheaths, and everything else, whether you get it from neurotransmitters or whatever source, you have to have this energy to do these things with. That's why they're living over the cooked fired. If one dry fast, how would the toxins come out of the body? Well, see, that's the point. Now, some of the guys have told me that they see their kidneys filtering where they weren't when they dry fast. It's possible, but let me tell you, I believe that, take it easy. Get your body hydrated a little bit, work on your kidneys to filter, get the adrenals up, do things like this before you dry fast, and you'll have a better time. But I don't even know why one needs to. But if you want to join that and try that for a few days, not going to hurt you, but clean yourself out a little bit first. Because if you don't, things can get bumpy and rough. Water is good, and I highly recommend water fasting as opposed to dry fasting myself. That doesn't sound right to me, to not drink just to get rid of inflammation. See, you're not trying to get rid of the inflammatory response. That's a natural response. It's the acids you want to get rid of, the proteins you want to get rid of, that the response is to. Now, there's immune responses to bacterium and virals and things like that. Okay, we're not talking about that kind of immune response. We're talking about the cholesterols, the edemas, the calcium immune responses to acidosis or proteins. And that isn't the problem of inflammation, it's the problem with the chemistry. You remove the chemistry, your body backs up, having an immune response to it. Don't need to anymore, you've cleaned that up. So the body backs away from it. The body's only doing what it's doing to survive. Medical doctors don't learn that now. I don't know why you're in the freaking field you're in. I don't get that. Babe and Earl, oh, how many days of this? April 16th, day 250 of juice fasting. Where's that Guinness World of World Records, Book of World Records? We need to get a hold of them. You are by far busting all the records I know of. My God. Warm hugs and kisses to you guys. Man, this lady is kicking B-U-T-T. Love it, dear one. Just love. Well, wait a minute. You should be in liver failure right now. Yeah, when you see elevated liver enzymes, you go on a fruit and berry and melon diet, guess what happens to the liver enzymes? Oops, going back to normal? I mean, this kind of crap out there, I'm telling you, there's so much of this. You see why it's important for all of you and me to bond and become strong.